Happening now with just days before the end of Title 42, state lawmakers are preparing for an expected surge of migrants along the southern border. So what is Title 42? The order started during the Trump administration. It allowed the government to turn away migrants to slow the spread of COVID-19. The order ends this Thursday, but that does not mean everyone who enters the U.S. starting on Thursday will be able to stay. 11 Alive's John Schierick explains.
It could take months for migrants who enter the U.S. beginning Thursday, when COVID restrictions are lifted, to then make their way to Georgia and other states. And only a portion of those who get in will actually be able to stay in the U.S. That's from veteran Atlanta immigration attorney Charles Cook, who says, yes, the video from the U.S.-Mexico border beginning Thursday will be dramatic.
You will see videos of lots of people coming to the border, thousands of them.
But Cook says with the end of the restrictions, the U.S. will again be empowered to review each request for asylum and deport any migrant who does not qualify to stay, all under orders from the president.
If you have an asylum hearing right away and you're denied, he's going to deport you back to your home country.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp is not so sure. He says state law enforcement is ready for criminals to be granted asylum and then come to Georgia. Kemp says that lifting Title 42 restrictions, quote, will have an impact across the country, Georgia included, from a risk in fentanyl to human trafficking. And Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr has gone to court to try to stop the president from lifting the immigration restrictions. But Cook says the proportion of criminals who manage to get through would be no greater than it is in the U.S. population as a whole. The vast majority, he says, will seek work permits, and that could take 6 months. But he says the sooner they can get to Georgia and go to work, the better.
We have a massive employment crisis in Georgia, and that we don't have enough bodies to do all the jobs that we're creating. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but at the same time, Congress needs to step in and fix this issue.
Cook expects that once the U.S. does begin denying asylum again and deporting migrants, then the initial influx of asylum seekers may decrease rapidly within a few weeks. In Atlanta, John Schierick, 11 Alive News.